Unicorns, they're everywhere, even on my shelf. Today I'm going to teach you about unicorns. That might sound impossible, but it's not. Did you know there are 5 different types of unicorns? Did you know you can get a hunting license to hunt unicorns? Some of you are thinking, Wes, what makes you a unicorn expert? Well, nothing until recently. I did a lot of reading. I don't mean when you look it up in Urban Dictionary. Couples that are into swinging refer to a single female that's looking to meet couples. That's not the kind of unicorn we're talking about. But I am a magician, so I do feel a little bit responsible for all things magical. Unicorns date back a long time. They're even mentioned in the Bible. The King James Version mentions unicorns 8 times. After further review, it turns out that was just a mistranslation of this word right here. In Hebrew, that actually translates to wild ox. Hey, some things in the Bible were bound to get lost in translation. It's thousands of years old. No matter when or where you read about unicorns, they are powerful animals. They have magical properties. Now, the reason unicorn lore got perpetuated so much was because people actually had their horns. They wore them around their necks, they would sell them, they would drink out of them, and they believed it was curing them from all kinds of ailments. How did they come to actually have unicorn horns? Well, in the 1600s, Pierre Pomae decided to find out just that. He was the druggist for the French king, Louis XIV. And he was writing a book called The General History of Drugs. And if unicorn horns had such healing properties, he ought to know about them. So he was out on a quest to actually find these things and figure it out. He writes something very interesting about his disbelief in unicorns. And I quote, "We ought to undeceive those who believe that what we now call unicorn's horns was the horn of a land animal, whereof mention is made in the Old Testament, since it is nothing else but the horn of the narwhal." Now, most of you would be familiar with the narwhal. That's the whale with the massive unicorn's horn sticking out the front. It's not even a horn there, that's actually a tooth. That's beside the point here. Some cultures believe that there was a unicorn of the sea, and they were almost certainly seeing a narwhal. You could find them in the Arctic oceans around Canada and Greenland and Russia. But sometimes they would find these narwhal horns, and they would believe that they were from unicorns. If it's the 1600s, and you have one of these bad boys, pretty easy to take it to town and be like, look, it's from a unicorn. It doesn't surprise me that people believe that. Now, Pierre really wanted people to know that they were being duped. That wasn't from a unicorn, that's from a narwhal, and he's trying to spread that news. But that doesn't mean he didn't believe in unicorns. He just believed that most of the horns being sold weren't from unicorns. Because in his book, he lists the 5 different types of unicorns that he's figured out. They all look slightly different, but all share quite a few properties. You'll notice that one type of unicorn even has 2 horns. Hey, Pierre, are you sure you're not looking at a deer just pretty far away? I don't know, maybe a pronghorn? I don't know, gazelle? I don't know what you're looking at, but if it's got 2 horns, what are you doing, Pierre? I love this image because not only do I have trouble believing that unicorns ever existed, now you're trying to tell me there's 5 different species. And from an educated man who's going around at the same time telling people, don't believe that, that's from a narwhal. I love it. I love it so much. You're that educated, yet also still clinging to this hope of like, there's gotta be real unicorns somewhere. And I don't blame you, they're mentioned too many places. They've been seen too many places. You know who's seen them? Marco Polo has seen them. Now, we all remember Marco Polo. That's the dude that you would close your eyes in a swimming pool and look for. But we're not talking about the game. Much less famously, he was an Italian explorer. And in the 14th century, he saw unicorns. He described them as ugly and brutish, possessing a single horn, hooved feet, and characteristics of a lion and goat. What Marco Polo was seeing was, you guessed it, a rhinoceros. Another animal that would help perpetuate the myth of the unicorn for centuries. Rhinoceroses have a horn, and guess what? You could find one, you could kill it, you could cut the horn off, and you could go to town with a unicorn's horn. Whether you knew it wasn't a unicorn, and you knew it was a rhinoceros, or if you thought a rhinoceros was a unicorn, like Marco Polo did, either way, when you bring that horn to someone, they 100% believe it's a unicorn. Now, unicorns appear all over the world, in Mesopotamian works of art, in Greek literature, in India, in China. And let's not forget the national animal of Scotland. They are everywhere. We are captivated by unicorns. They show up in all kinds of movies, in all kinds of lore. I mean, I believe in unicorns. I see right here, that's Tom Cruise clearly holding a unicorn. You can even see a unicorn in Harry Potter, although it's not doing quite so well. Oh, Hollywood, I love you so. You capture our imaginations and you keep these myths alive. I love it. Depending on where you are and who you ask and when you ask the question, unicorns can be gray or black, can have no hair or shaggy hair, can be rainbow colored, white horns or colorful horns, or horns that are red at the tip, white in the middle, and black at the base. No two places ever seem to quite agree. All these descriptions across time and across the globe. You know what we need? We need an actual body. We need someone to capture a unicorn and bring it in, dead or alive. We need to see this thing, okay? That's what we need. And you know what? We can do just that, because you can get a unicorn hunting license. I'm not kidding. You can get an official unicorn hunting license from Lake Superior State University. God bless America. The Department of Natural Unicorns, DNU, of the unicorn hunters at Lake Superior State University enforces the following etiquette. There are rules here. Your questing territories may be enchanted forests, outer space, that one caught me by surprise, your imagination, and Earth. I did not know outer space, but I guess that makes sense now that I think back to Anchorman, and that's where Ron Burgundy was. He was in space. Okay, all right. Questing season. All days of the year except Valentine's Day. No unicorn pursuit allowed during the 24 consecutive hours of love. That makes sense. I like that. All right. Bow and arrow season starts the first week of October. Rubber-tipped arrows only. I guess that can kill a unicorn. We don't know. Bag limits. 1 unicorn per month. Okay, they found more than that. Just wreaks havoc on the population. Okay, yeah, you gotta have some limits, obviously. Female unicorns cannot be taken. Since no one has ever reported the sighting of a female unicorn, it is believed that males reproduce asexually. Yeah, you never do see unicorns having sex. All right, questing kit. This is what they recommend you take with you when you're hunting unicorns. Buckle up, here we go. You take serious intent. Okay. General levity. Yeah, agreed. And if you're watching this video right now, I believe you already have that with you, which is great. Sweet talk. Okay, brush up on that. Brush up on that, you little cuties. I don't know how to sweet talk anything. Refreshing beverages, such as a flask of cognac. A curry comb. That is, I believe, the thing you use to brush out horse mane. So yeah, you're gonna want one of those. Pinking shears. The hell is that? Ah, these. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, way better than regular scissors. Yeah, you gotta have a little fancy edge. I like it. Nail clippers, hoof and horn trimmers, hoof and horn polish. Don't forget that. Ribbons, of course. You gotta decorate your unicorn when you get it. Arthurian legend books or other works by Chaucer. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I like it. And an optional thing is iambic pentameter. So if you got that in your back pocket, that'll also help you. I don't know if it helps lure them to you or something, but it's optional. You don't have to have it. Oh yes, and before I forget, one more thing. There is bait. There's actual unicorn bait. The only legal unicorn bait is a virgin. This is hilarious. Be like, let's go hunting, but they're the bait. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That's gonna work great. And it is illegal to use a simulated virgin. I don't even know what a simulated virgin would be, but bet we could find them online somewhere. I submitted the form for my license. I am going to be receiving my hunting license in 4 to 6 weeks. You can too. So lssu.com and go get your unicorn hunting license. Let's get a damn unicorn. I'm not joking, dead or alive. I don't hunt ever, but I'm making an exception here. Dead or alive, let's drag one of these bastards in and we're gonna look at it, we're gonna see, get to the bottom of this for once and for all. It doesn't matter what type of unicorn you're after, apparently the best camouflage is for you to dress colorfully. So be careful, have fun, take your cognac and your general levity, but don't forget your serious intent. As a magician, I can say I learned a lot about these magical creatures, but I am gonna return back to my card tricks right now. See you on the next one.